Happy Easter, everyone. I'd like to introduce this as my first video. This is the first video I've ever done for YouTube. I'm a little camera shy, so bear with me as I do this. One of the things that I'd like to do is I'd like to start doing weekly videos where I share a variety of topics in order to help free your minds from self-imposed shackles. The topic of this week's video is going to be the Hegelian Dialectic, also known as the diaprax. One of the reasons why I'd like to discuss this is because this method of argument has become very commonplace in today's media. It's a deceitful procedure that brings about change by first introducing conflict and then offering its own compromise. The compromise offers a solution to the generated conflict, thus easing minds. The method is a three-stage process. It involves stage one is the thesis. The thesis is a statement meant to trigger an emotional reaction in the audience. Stage two is the antithesis. A statement that directly contradicts or negates the thesis. The third and final stage is synthesis. A compromise meant to resolve the confusion and conflict presented by the thesis and antithesis. This process is similar to the problem-reaction-solution model used by the elite to elicit change in our government and laws. Many people who have heard the problem-reaction-solution are aware of Hitler's burning of the Reichstag and gaining power that way. It's also important to note that each stage of the process is carefully controlled by those using the process. This creates the illusion that those of opposing viewpoints are coming together and coming up with a compromise. The end result is a breakdown of our mental resistance and a shift in our consciousness towards the elite's agenda. So I'd like to give you some examples. The first example is war. With the example of war, it seems that the thesis is, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. And you can see as this has unfolded with Afghanistan and Iraq, and it's right now unfolding with Iran and North Korea. We have seen this process already in Afghanistan and Iraq. We are currently in the process of seeing it in Iran and North Korea. War is presented as a solution for keeping our country safe. The war on terror is considered a new kind of war. The antithesis is that there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. Peace activists are often portrayed negatively. They are portrayed as lower class or hypocritical. They are portrayed as avid drug users. And they are often portrayed by the right wing as conspiracy theorists or uneducated. So, with war, the synthesis is, should diplomatic solutions fail, then the only intelligent solution to keeping our country safe is war. And you can see how this has happened. We've gone to war with Iraq and Afghanistan. We've got peace activists out there. The media rarely ever shows, military detractors who specifically oppose the war. And when they do, they're always put in a sincerely negative light, as if something's wrong with a general or a private or a sergeant who opposes one of these wars. And so that's kind of a problem, I would say. Another example here I'd like to discuss here is the breakdown of the family. This thesis is that family, specifically mothers and fathers, hold us back from being who we want to be. This keeps us from being productive individuals and world citizens. This thesis is repeated over and over again to our youth through popular television programs, music, and movies. iCarly, Fairly Odd Parents, Hannah Montana, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Drake and Josh, The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Everybody Loves Raymond. Those are just a few examples. I've found a lot on the internet. If you take a look at the top 100 shows of all time or the top 100 cartoons or sitcoms, you'll find that a majority support that thesis. The antithesis is family first.
You don't go against the family unless you want to sleep with the fishes.
Examples of antithesis include The Sopranos, Dexter, Caprica, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. The synthesis of the breakdown of the family is that when children believe they are free and responsible, they are no longer bound to the self-limiting ethics and identity of family. And so we see that our modern family no longer carries the same values as it once did. Our children are taking on adult roles with no guidance and are left frustrated, confused, and alone. That's essentially a breakdown of the family, a breakdown on the reliance of that family bond between mother and father, and father and son, mother and daughter, and so on. And since the repetition of thesis and antithesis has gone on for so long, this is precisely what we're seeing today in today's society, all over. This whole idea that family is not as important as your station in life as an individual has just gone on for far too long. And I could continue to go on with examples of the Hegelian dialectic. I may actually do a part 2 to this video at some point in the future to give you more examples, because I've come up with lots of them. Music videos abound with examples of this topic. So keep watching, stay in touch with me here, and you'll continue to see more videos in this light. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you've learned a little something about the Hegelian dialectic. And again, this is the first video I've ever done, so I'm going to continue to work on refining my technique, and hopefully something good comes out of this, okay? Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.